Hello. Hi, everybody. Um, I'm back. Like I said, I was going to be, and we got to talk about some things. All right. There is so much going on right now. Okay. Well, before I get into what the title is about, I want to share with you all. I did this on my other channel, but I want you all to know about this YouTube channel that I've just discovered as of this morning. John Krasinski has created, and John Krasinski is the guy who played Jim in The Office. Okay, if you watch The Office, he's also the writer and director of the movie uh, A Quiet Place. He plays Jack Ryan and stuff like that. Okay, so John Krasinski, he created a YouTube channel called Some Good News. All right, I'm telling you, it's the most amazing thing. Okay, because and that's all he does. He reports on good news stories. Okay, things that are actually going on in the world right now that are wonderful, you know, to balance it out with some of the horrible things that are going on right now. And I think that's great. I think that's absolutely wonderful because, as I mentioned on my last channel, we do a really good job on hyper focusing on negative stuff. Okay, only wanting to hear what are the bad things going on and then reacting and responding to that instead of getting a more balanced picture of things that are happening. Okay, this is what's bad, but tell me what's going right with this thing, you know, and then responding to that. Okay, which I think would be a much better response because you will have a more complete picture. You won't know everything, but it'll be a lot more complete than just knowing the bad stuff or just knowing the good stuff. Okay, to know what to do, you know, as your next step. So go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Some Good News, John Krasinski. There are other good news stations, channels, podcasts, papers, all that stuff out there. Okay, so subscribe to those too. But I just happened to see John Krasinski's this morning, and I like him anyway because I love him in, you know, Quiet Place, in The Office, and all that stuff. He's very funny. So I just wanted to mention that to you. All right, now, Kenneth Copeland, child. Kenneth Copeland, what we gonna do with Kenneth Copeland? All right. Let me share this with y'all right here. I'm sure you've probably seen it or at least heard about it. If you're anywhere on Twitter, Facebook, you know, if you're on this earth, I'm sure you know, you're familiar with Christianity. You know Kenneth Copeland. So he had some words for the coronavirus, okay? And just in case you haven't heard them, let me really quickly let you hear what he says. Okay, so he yeah, he has prayed for COVID-19 to be destroyed, and he blew it away and all that other stuff. But let me show you two other things, okay, that I also found regarding a belief system and as it relates to this pandemic, okay? So this next one is from a Malaysian mosque, okay, in Southeast Asia. They say none of us have a fear of corona. And with that statement and the beliefs that go along with it, they decided to congregate by the thousands. Okay, let me show you the article right here. They decided to do that. And hold on. Here we go. I don't know why it's come out so small like that. That's really weird. All right. Anyway, they decided to congregate, and by the thousands, it says they crowded around platters up on the floor, scooping up coconut rice with their right hands in the traditional way. They slept in the mosque or in tents. Okay. And they gathered in Malaysia for spiritual renewal. 3 weeks later, they had spread the coronavirus to half a dozen nations, creating the largest known viral vector in Southeast Asia. Okay. No fear of corona, so we're going to go ahead and ignore some of, what other people are saying, less religious, more scientific folks are saying, and we're going to gather together and just do this thing. And there we go. Now, the next one, this is a Hindu group. Okay, so this article says, and I'll put a link in here so you guys can read these on your own. A Hindu group offers cow urine in a bid to ward off coronavirus. So it says members of an all India Hindu, I can't pronounce that word, group drink cow urine as they attend a cow urine party, which according to them helps ward off coronavirus disease or COVID-19 in New Delhi, India. Okay. Hindus consider the cow sacred, and some drink cow urine believing it has medicinal properties. All right. Now, Kenneth Copeland, the individuals in the mosque, and this Hindu group are all trying different things. Okay, because what they all agree on is that this is a thing. Okay, this COVID-19 is a thing. It's something that's not good for us or the people we know and love, and we want to get rid of it. Okay, so that's where they're all in agreement. Now the how, okay, that's done. They all have different practices for that, from praying it and blowing it away, to drinking cow urine, to saying, you know what, we're not going to fear it, and I guess we're just going to trust that we're not going to get it, and getting it and spreading it. Okay. Now, I'm not here to bash Kenneth Copeland or none of these other groups. Okay, these people are going to do what they do, and me saying or whatever, thinking something about it isn't going to do anything. Okay. And for this reason, so I posted something on my Twitter the other day, like last week or something. Okay. I have a cybersecurity Twitter, but I post stuff on there related to cyber and sometimes unrelated, but still interesting. This is a quote from Buckminster Fuller. At least that's who it's attributed to. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So me bashing Kenneth Copeland or the Hindus or Muslims or flat earthers or people who believe in Zeus or whatever, if I'm looking to enact some kind of change, that ain't gonna do nothing. I already talked to y'all about that in my last video. Okay, that ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, because I used to be one. Hello, I used to be a Christian. I would have been right there by him, blowing COVID-19 out the door. All right, and believing everything I was saying. All right, but that don't work. Okay, if you're really trying to have people actually see things, they hear the same stuff we hear. Okay, they look at the same news things we look at. Okay, but that is not incorporated into the thinking and the acting. This book right here, Liminal Thinking, first of all, is excellent. Dave Gray. All right, it's all about belief and ideas and being able to change not other people's beliefs, but yours. Okay. Because I don't care how forward thinking and scientific and all this other kind of stuff you think you are, you got some work to do too. Okay, I promise you have work to do. All right. This is a very good book for you to do that work. All right. Now, so what I just read leads me to the other thing I want to talk about is scientific modeling. All right. This is this quote that I just read. It says, to change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. That's what science does. Science is not about finding the absolute truth. A real scientist will tell you that. That is totally not what science is about. Okay? It's about creating models, creating and testing models. All right? That's what it is. Everything you know inside, everything we feel we know for a fact, okay, that's based on scientific evidence, that's not a fact. That's a model that we've experimented with and has worked to such a degree that we can now make predictions using this model. But you have to remember, the model was created with the capabilities that we currently have. Okay, and with technology and stuff is always, evolving. So when we have better or different technology, I guarantee you many of these models will change because we'll have a different way of seeing and experimenting with various things. Okay. So some people make science into a religion. Okay, they and they don't think they're doing that, but they absolutely do that. They make science into just like a Christianity, just like all that stuff. Okay, because they feel science is the absolute truth, and that is not right at all. Okay, science is about creating models that we can test and experiment with, and with some degree of assurance, say, okay, with this model, this kind of thing will happen. Okay. Not saying that can never change, okay? Because you cannot know what's absolutely true unless you test everything in the universe. And that ain't gonna happen, all right? So let's just get with that, all right? I'm telling you, they get on my nerves almost more than the religious people, seriously. I'm telling you. So when it comes to the things that Copeland and all these other people are doing, that they're doing what they're doing because they're working with what they know and they believe, and that just is what it is. Now we know that sometimes beliefs are very, very harmful, to ourselves and to other people. We know this, but we do what we do to justify it and all that other kind of. Everybody knows the story. Okay, we know the story. But the thing is, at least what I've found, let me tell you what I found. Okay, with all of this, my book, my Firing God, and speaking at different places and really doing internal work. Okay, Firing God was not about me going out telling people that what they believe is wrong. Okay, it's not about trying to make people think and believe the way I think and believe, because the way I think and believe is the right way to think and believe. Okay, which is ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous. All of that was about me doing work on Cheryl. Okay, so that I can see more clearly what the hell is going on around here. Because I didn't know. And I told you, I don't know if it was in my last video. My hair is getting on my nerves. But when I finally discovered that everything I knew was wrong, that was the most freeing moment I've ever experienced. And guess what? That hasn't changed. I'm still wrong. There is no way in the world. There is no way in the world that because I have come to see something differently, like Christianity and religion, there is no way that I would then tell somebody, okay, you need to see the way I see, because the way I see right now is right. That's the dumbest, that don't make no sense at all. None. First of all, I cannot be in somebody else's shoes. I have not gone through their experiences. I have not, I don't think the way they think. I have not been influenced by the things they've been influenced by. So it's just selfish of me to try to want them to think and be like me because I now feel that I'm right. That's ridiculous. Okay. I would not do that. Now I'm going to roast and gag you, if I feel like you up in front of the pulpit blowing at COVID-19, yes, I will talk about you. All right. But at the same time, come on, this dude been doing this stuff, longer than I've been alive. Okay. And that's when you grow up in that kind of way, when you grow up as a Christian, when you grow up as a Muslim, as a Hindu, as a whatever else religions or whatever they got out there, that stuff is like at the root. It is really rooted, and you got to do something really significant has to happen for you to even think about thinking differently, not even to think differently, to even entertain the notion that you can think differently. That was one of the main things I discovered, right? When I finally saw that I was wrong, and I stopped believing in the Bible and Christianity and all that. One of the main thing I saw was that, Cheryl, you actually have a choice. I didn't know that. I did not know all those 30 plus years that I was a Christian. I did not know that I had a choice as to whether I wanted to believe or not. I didn't know that. What I thought I knew was that if I did choose to leave Christianity, I was going to die a horrible death. I was going to burn in hell forever. I was going to be cursed with a curse. I would, all this stuff. That's what I thought. And that's not really a choice. Okay. You choose me or die is not a choice. All right. So really seeing that I can choose. I have the freedom to choose. If I want to be Muslim, I could choose that if I want to. If I want to be an atheist, I can choose that. If I want to make up my own God, I can choose to do that with no penalty. No penalty. I can, and whatever actions and beliefs and all that stuff come with those choices is just what comes with the choice. Okay. But I don't have to worry about hellfire and devils, all that stuff. I don't. I don't have to worry about that. So I do have the freedom to choose. All right. And that's the model, I feel, that needs to be put in front of people. I don't care if they are Christian, if they're atheists, if they were born worshiping whatever or worshiping nothing, it don't matter. Okay. Because this is bigger than religion. First of all, it's bigger than that. Okay. Beliefs are insidious throughout our entire lives. Everything you do is backed up by some kind of belief. Okay. It's insidious. And something that I wrote somewhere in a meme or something, I don't know, somewhere, is that belief is where ideas go to die so they can live forever. Belief, let me say it again. Belief is where ideas go to die so they can live forever. All right? Every belief didn't start that way. It started as an idea. Somebody had an idea about something. Okay? And then they spread it around and other people agreed, oh, I like that idea. Let's write it in stone. Let's write it with the hand of God, okay, and make it permanent. Now it's a belief, okay? It's something that becomes rooted in everything that we do, okay? We have to check in with it before we do anything, all right? And again, that's where this book right here comes in. This is a really good book, Liminal Thinking. How do we find out, first of all, what our beliefs are? Because some of us don't even know what they are. We really don't know what they are. And we really don't know why we have them. You know, why do we even believe this? You know, we don't ask ourselves those kinds of questions, and we need to. And that's what I'm talking about, where it's not about me changing other people's minds. It's about me changing mine and seeing that I have the freedom and the ability to do that. Okay? Because when I do that, okay, people start to ask questions. You know, because some of them don't know that what's happening here was even possible. You know, so how did that happen? Okay, because you're not going to get at somebody by attacking them for what they believe. That's not going to happen. I mean, that may make me feel better, you feel better to attack, you know, make me feel right or something, okay? But that's not going to change people's minds, you know, and that shouldn't be the goal anyway. The goal would be to exercise my right, okay, and my ability to choose, okay? That should be the goal, right? All right, I think that's all I have. I just really wanted to talk about that and try to approach it in a different way, you know, because I'm really about changing these models. Okay, we have, you know, ways of thinking that are just automatic. That just, oh, you know, it's like, you know, what is that called? The growth and fixed mindsets, right? Fixed mindset is just this like a habit. You don't know why you know, pick up that cigarette every time, or why you just start biting your nails when you're watching it's automatic. Okay, some stimulus comes along and you automatically just do whatever it is you do. That's the stuff we need to look at. Why do we do that? You know, do I have some choice in whether I do that or not? Do I have some choice in whether I believe that idea or not? And we do. Many of us don't know it, but we absolutely 100% do have a choice. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about that today. And I'll catch y'all later. I'll be back really soon. Okay. Bye.